Coming to find out that all your mind-based drugs, like Prozac, all that stuff is melanin-based. Coming to find out that just about everything that they use now for any type of psychological remedy for white people, all of it is based on the synthesization or synthesizing of melanin, in so many words. Just about everything that you can think of, Rogaine for the hair, all of that type of stuff, the hair stuff, all of that. As a matter of fact, what we're understanding now is just about 98% of most healthcare now, in the advances within the last 20 years in all types of pharmaceuticals, has something to do with melanin based. You see what I'm saying? All coming from the Human Genome Project. You see what I'm saying? So basically, literally, we were the guinea pigs for all of this. And so it's not just basically melatonin, and like I said the last time with the Viagra, we all know that that's melanin based. And like you were saying that they was telling them to get off that Viagra because it's killing them. Well, see, all that type of stuff is melanin based, and basically all that stuff needs to be really monitored with them. Or it's like Richard King said, they use this stuff, they go crazy in 48 hours with the wrong dosage of this particular stuff. But basically all of that stuff is, just about everything you have now, is most of that stuff is melanin based. I want you to go out and get the, it's in Blockbuster now, which is the animated series of Spawn. Each time they do the series on cable, and it completes this whole cycle of how many episodes that they run Spawn, they turn it into video. So this year's is now on video. And I want you to go back and study the Spawn animated series that's on video in Blockbuster now, especially Spawn 3. That's the one that there was, what, 97, 98, and the 99 Spawn 3 episodes. Those are the ones I want you to really, because that's when they are really heating things up. And in there, they mention that heaven, the heaven realm, is also doing just as much ruthless things to win this war as the other realm. So the heaven realm actually is actually battling the earth realm, which is our realm. Now, I want to say one thing, that remember, if the people who got my book the last time, I got a few copies left this time, you will notice in the Titan mythology that you will see in there that in the beginning, before there was a heaven, there was an earth. It wasn't a physical earth, but it was an earth. So basically, this is the center of the entire universe. And we are the people that it's centered around. You see what I'm saying? They show that in the Titan book, also in the Sirius Mystery, when the Dogon say in the beginning there was Sirius B. But then again, on the other hand, they talk about Sirius B, but in the Greek mythology, which is now Etruscan. Remember, I told you that's all black now. The difference between Greek mythology and Greek philosophy, separated by 2,000 years. Maybe 3,000 years. Greek philosophy was plagiarized. Greek mythology is black, brought by the Etruscans. We even find links with India, as well as Mesopotamia, and basically it is the black mythology of the ancient world. You see. So even but with that, they say in the beginning there was Gaia. You see what I'm saying? Which is the earth. It wasn't a physical earth, but it was the earth. In the Necronomicon, or the Cthulhu mythos, that written by H.P. Lovecraft in the 1920s, of the great Cthulhu and the whole thing based on this group of people that rule where man rules now. These group of people used to rule before. In August Derleth's book, August Derleth's book, something, The Witch House or whatever, I'll think of the name of it in a few minutes. He even mentions that the war in heaven was literally fought on this earth in another dimension and time zone. So we're talking about basically pre-physical or pre-human civilization, before it all flooded into the physical. See, even the flood story, if I might have mentioned the last time, I don't know, that when they talk about the flood story, and all the ancient civilizations have a flood story, what they're talking about is, when they talk about the flood, they're talking about the physical realm flooding over the spiritual realm. That's the origin of the real flood story. If you get the Hebrew mythology, they say that the God brought on this flood to destroy a certain amount of beings. In Hebrew mythology, basically to shut us down to a certain level. The beings that were on the pre-physical earth were shut down when the flood came, and the flood basically flooded it was the physical flooding the actual spiritual. Other than water, it was literally the physical being, although they have other smaller flood stories about water, but this particular, because he also had your Atlantean thing of continental drift and that whole thing. But basically, when you talk about the flood in relationship to gods, you will hear that in the Hebrew mythology, especially in the Greek myths the Hebrew myths by Robert Graves and Raphael Patty's book. The flood mythology is the physical flooding over the spiritual, flooding over the spiritual in that particular aspect. But that particular war in heaven was fought right here on this particular earth. But that was when the earth was on the spiritual realm, and it has always been here. So this has always been the central aspect of that particular aspect of the Egyptians in the Hermetic text says that the heavens was transferred to earth, which means what used to be spiritual heavens literally turned into a physical earth.
Do they talk about it in your Uranus book?
They talk about that too?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, several places, even in Rudolf Steiner's thing, you get a lot of that particular information in Universe, Earth, and Man, and his book Cosmic Memory. So basically, the earth has always been here. It was in the beginning before the heavens. So in actuality, we are higher than the heavens. And in my book here, they will show the diagram of Gaia being first, which is Gaia being first, which is a diagram that comes from classical mythology. You see, classical mythology, they talk about that same thing of Gaia being first. But in this movie, in this Spawn thing, you're going to find out in this Spawn video that in actuality that the lines are not clearly drawn between heaven and hell or whatever. You got two forces wanting to win, and it's not necessarily good and evil.